no matter what.
No, he has like his posse that already just auto vote him up to at least a minimum 35.
This time, older guys, don't vote Miracle this time. I want to see him at the 0, even if he's really great. All right, let's just rig the vote.
Do you think
cool?
there should have been a bit more love dispersed amongst the others? I mean, that is like a collaborative team effort, as Dota is.
Kuro gets more for the draft.
Kuro for the draft.
Ah, yeah.
Being able to have the nice synergy between the Lycan, the Visage, and the Huskar. And then when you're in you put your opponents in a position where it's like, well, we're going to ban the AA, and now it's like Dazzle Oracle, we're going to get what we want. And that was pretty much it. The draft of them just getting what they want.
But now they know that they're willing to go to any foul depths to win this next game. I felt like Planet Odd was a little kind to them in their bans on that one, you know? They didn't go for anything too crazy. They didn't try to get any of their key heroes out. It was kind of very meta ban, so oh my god, it's Tidehunter. Sorry, everyone.
Yeah,
Hello.
first Tidehunter, I believe, of the event now, going to making its debut in game number 4 for Planet Odd as they pick it up in their 1-2 punch. Liquid with the first pick priority, put that priority on getting a hold of the Earthshaker and then swiftly round it up with a Rubik.
Very few teams are willing to run Tidehunter offlane outside of newbie. So
Why
this
is that?
Very interesting choice. Because Tidehunter, like, he gives you the team fight potential that Enigma does. But the thing is that Enigma is reliable. You can always kind of do your jungling thing or get your hand of Midas. Tidehunter has to, like, he is a farming hero. He's a farming offlaner. You can't just be like, oh, but you have Ravage. You actually need a lot of items. You need Mech, you want Guardian Greaves, you need your Blink Dagger, you want Refresher later into the game, like all those sorts of things. So you have to actually continuously farm, but you can't play off of jungle a lot of the times. As a Tidehunter, you want to be usually pushing out waves. You want to be farming laning creeps. You're also the first person to sit in front of pushes as well. Like you're the one who, when your team wants to push a tower, you're on the front line saying, "Hey, you have to get through me. I'm gonna Ravage if you initiate on us. So you go through me first." Same thing when it comes to defending a tower. So he's oftentimes the first one to die in engagements as well. So it's just very difficult to find the right balance of farming and defending and pushing with this hero.
I think he's also terrible versus BKB. I think most of the offlaners nowadays are pretty good versus BKB. Like Earthshaker has plenty of lockdown, Enigma, it's plenty of BKB piercing abilities, and Tidehunter just, I think, suffers because he's really inflexible in that. Great at teamfight, great at being in front line, bad versus BKB, bad at doing other things other than team fighting.
He really is a poor man's Enigma in many ways.
Yeah.
Well, then why didn't they just pick Enigma? He's not even banned.
10 seconds remaining.
I think Enigma has that really weak 1 through 20-minute phase. Like, he slows down your opponents because you get the denies off, but you can't actually be that proactive because of the Arcane Midas build. Tidehunter doesn't really need that many items to start fighting early. And he can cut, like, you can sit in Roche. I think that's the biggest thing that we saw from KP playing it. Tidehunter sits in Roche, Shadow Shaman is beating away at Roshan, and Tidehunter literally just stands right outside the pit, challenging anyone to come in. Enigma cannot do that without BKB.
And they've got great rushing potential already with the Shadow Shaman wards.
Yeah.
Same goes with pushing down towers.
Come at me is Tidehunter's motto.
Fantastic. All right.
Curious to see how...
He's doing the Planet Odd pose.
Oh, yeah.
Planet Odd!
Hooray!
That's exactly what Soxa's face says there.
Yeah.
Hooray.
I think they get paid per poses that they do.
Yay.
It's
So,
like, yeah, support.
yes.
I'm curious how all in, or how in Planet Odd will be with their pushing strat. We've already seen Venomancer, Shadow Shaman kind of put together. We've seen Pugna make his appearance throughout this tournament, Lycan just in the previous game. Curious at all if Planet Odd are considering any of these options. We didn't acknowledge it, but they actually did respect ban out that Huskar in the second phase and then followed up with the TA.
And the Meepo.
Meepo also, yeah, taken off the table. Sorry, everyone watching.
Meepo, I've seen it ban a few times when you plan on picking AM. AM gets destroyed by Meepo. So could see that potentially from Team Liquid. Although I'm not sure how good I feel about AM.
Yeah, I'm not feeling it right now when you have tied Shadow Shaman. Like if you didn't have the Shadow Shaman, maybe you could say like, okay, my team has enough team fight, they can actually fight 4 versus 5 in a lot of situations, but Shadow Shaman says a lot more pushing power. I think you want to carry that enabled
Or
side.
more for Liquid. Because they're banning out.
Oh, you want it for Liquid. Oh, I see.
Well, Nature's Prophet going to be picked up there. Let's talk about that split push potential with Shadow Shaman making a lot of trouble on the map. Tidehunter.
Wait, who's playing it? Safely?
10 seconds.
Tidehunter and MP. And Tidehunter, I would say, is the... Oh, it's 3 way more often?
It's also possible that it's 4 position as well.
Yeah, it could be 4.
Yeah.
Ice style.
Yeah, there's a lot of unique things that could happen here. Like maybe a 4 position Tidehunter. Sounds awful, but
That's the end of it. And that's that.
he stacks Ancients for himself and he AFKs for 20 minutes.
4 position Nature's Prophet. For whatever reason, IX Mike's Blade Mail Nature's Prophet comes to my mind at that point. That feels like ancient history. But he does have those kind of valuable tools to be able to obviously be in any part of the map, and the new heavy base damage of those Treants can certainly make an impact in any sort of quick skirmish in the early game. So I am interested, for sure.
This is cool because you do have quite a lot of physical damage coming out from Planet Odd, so the Necrophos' Ghost Shred has a lot of value. But I also really like Reaper Scythe versus Tidehunter, because what you usually want against Tide is some sort of hard lockdown, say Disruptor, right? The AoE silence that doesn't care about his yeah, thank you. So they're able to make the initiation on Tidehunter, bring him, somewhat low, and then the Reaper Scythe, you can't actually take that off. That's a disable that lasts a second and a half and can be thrown relatively early in a team fight. You just follow that up with more damage before the Scythe lands, and boom, Tidehunter's out of the fight. Don't have to worry about him cleansing off a disable and still managing to get off Ravage.
Yes, and it's one of the best one-on-one matchups, I think, against the Tidehunter.
Yeah.
I think like Razor and Necrophos probably.
Yeah, I just like him in general here. Got a lot of squishy guys, Gets any kind of damage, he will be in good shape. Maybe a Dagon, huh? Oh, I love playing Necro against Puck. Why would they pick Puck? Isn't Necro great against him? He just ults Puck and Puck almost dies instantly.
See, Reaper Scythe works in the fact that it's sort of percentage-based damage.
Yes.
It doesn't describe it that way, but
right.
It's 1 damage per turn. So it's kind of percentage-based damage, so it's actually more effective versus tankier units. I want to think about it that way.
Whoa! But
no, Puck's really good because he's a bunch of burst magic damage and disable.
That doesn't make any sense.
He's risky versus Shaker. I think Shaker's very commonly picked versus Puck.
Yeah, I do not like playing Puck against her Shaker.
It's awful.
That feels terrible.
Like, you can Fissure from the Fog and just kill him, or you can just Blink Echo him and kill him. It's
you
very
got
easy.
Telekinesis, too. That's another instant disable.
But it's a fast-paced team fighter that we is very experienced on.
Definitely feels like then they're going to be putting a lot on the shoulders of Rezo for the later game. If
you might be playing NP, though.
I mean, that would be fun.
That
would be awesome.
That would be fun.
I mean, Rezo NP would be something special here, and if they were to take a win with that, I'm sure that would be, setting a precedent across the Dota scene for sure.
He's last pick, though, so I think it's more likely that
nope, another game, another AM.
Yeah. So you can kind of tell by the Meepo ban that they didn't kind of want to go for the anti-mage. Pretty good for the lineup.
Too greedy between Necro and anti-mage on the same team?
Yeah, I think so. They have a lot of push on Planet Odd. But breaking high ground is another story.
Okay, so if you have the Necro and you Dagon the Puck, then he got no health and then he died. But if you got the Dagon and you Dagon the Tidehunter, then he got a lot of health and then he don't die. So how does your example...
He's been thinking of that the whole time. We were talking about Nature's Prophet. He's
think about this way, right?
Okay.
A hero has 600 HP. He goes down to half health, 300 HP.
Yeah.
300 damage nuke would finish him off, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so if a hero has 2,000 HP and he goes down to half health, 1,000 HP, Reaper Scythe would kill him. A regular nuke would not.
Well, you can't get him down to half without the Dagon because he's too tanky.
10 seconds remaining.
Huh.
I do see where Slacks is coming from. Puck is naturally squishier than someone like a Tide, so it's easier to get the little fairy to half-life.
Yeah, see, he good with the word.
But
at that point, any nuke would work, right?
Oh!
You don't have to get a Dagon, I'd imagine, for that strat. Any way to burst the little thing down to half-life will certainly suffice.
Thank you. Very good diction, everyone.
What about your favorite spell, Lion's Ultimate?
Oh, yes. Hey, look at that. Neox Assassin.
Nyx Assassin comes out right now. Another one that takes a little bit of a build-up, but can definitely make that mid-game impact here.
Talk about burst damage to get low HP heroes down for the Reaper side. Whoa.
He's super good versus Puck and Furion. And I actually think he's not bad versus Tidehunter either.
So we see Rezo actually play, I think, 2 common heroes versus Nyx is Lifestealer and Slark. I don't know if either of those are good here, especially versus the AM, but might be the burst potential that they need with the puck.
Remaining.
Who knows? Still
Yeah, it could be.
him.
The Troll Warlord will be what Planet Odd do settle for. So Moon is going to be playing the Nature's Prophet.
Not too many heroes.
And it's Misery on
Misery
Tidehunter.
Tidehunter.
Oh my.
Not even a 4.
What is that? This sounds straight ancient
What?
camp. I don't.
Misery's a greedy player, though. I'm sure he's taking the 4 here. He's got to, right?
Yeah.
Let's say some
It
predictions. I
sounds
know we're
terrible.
already bewildered by this, but what do you
right.
guys think?
So you got a major push team coming with Planet Odd. You got Nature's Prophet, you got Troll Warlord, and you got Shadow Shaman. But then you got Tidehunter. So I'm going to have to go with Team Liquid. I like the Necro.
Think we're going to a game 5? All right, Cap.
What's he gonna do? Is he just gonna like zone out a hero? Just like, you can't fight me, I have Anchor Smash?
Don't look to me for answers about
Weird.
support Tide.
I like the Team Liquid lineup.
Maybe Misery will swim backstrokes around in the lane.
Demoralize
taunt
the
them
enemy?
to death. Yes, demoralize. I don't know. I don't even know. Just skip. Pass.
Fair enough.
Oh, second pass.
Maybe we'll see something that's new meta. Maybe we won't. We'll find out. Let's see if we're going to be going to a game 5 or if Planet Odd are going to be taking the win here. Let's send it over to our casters right now. Odie and Fog, take it away.
Thank you very much, Cole Guy. And indeed, well, we're straight into the game. No messing around here. Planet Odd versus Liquid. We've heard the panel's opinions. Not a lot of belief and trust in the support Tidehunter. Do you agree, Fog, or do you feel the Misery? He's got something up his sleeve here.
So this is going to be, this is a little, it's on topic, but this is talking in the past. So back on Navi US, Brax, my captain, he was picking for me. He loved picking the Tidehunter. I actually played this for Tidehunter a lot. It was miserable.
It's not, you know.
However,
okay.
it's gotten changed with the Gush mana cost, so we can
Okay.
actually use Gush and be like this roaming kind of like zoner and play maybe with the Nature's Prophet and try to pressure the safe lane. So we'll see what he's able to do. And I think the Planet Odd has a lineup where they need to end the game pretty early on with this troll. They have a pretty all-in kind of thing too, and to just pressure, and push with the Nature's Prophet and with Tidehunter in the front lines. And could work, but it's a bizarre one. That's for certain. But yeah, playing that Tidehunter used to feel really bad. Not sure about now. Maybe a little bit better, but still doesn't seem like it's most ideal.
Yeah, I mean, certainly just from a standpoint in terms of looking at these drafts and regarding the knowledge that we have from just general competitive games, overall you've just got to feel that Liquids is just the safer draft. And in terms of picks as well, the Nyx Assassin pickup, as talked about by the panel, seems very strong this game.
Yeah, and GH is on one of his signature heroes that I've seen him pretty much like never lose on. The Earthshaker, the Coddle, and the Io are the big 3 for me for GH that just, he always has a really damn good game on them.
Definitely one thing to talk about as well is the fact that we do have the Nyx, of course, in the offlane position. It feels like more often than not recently, it's more likely to be put towards the support role. I mean, is it just because of the fact that the hero itself is so strong against that of Planet Odds? You want to give that hero that core role on the offlane?
Yeah, it's in comparison to the Shaker in this game, he's able to actually pressure the lanes a little bit better with Shaker. Nyx is just going to be like, if it was a Nyx support, he's just kind of running between the lanes and he can't really help too much. So this is the better lane for this. And My Control plays, he does play both, but GH is Earthshaker is like his big signature one. They Fissure blocked mid lane to get Ma to a double wave at the start.
And at the moment, of course, Planet Odd running these dual lanes, so it looks like the decision from Misery to put his presence up top and really try and slow down Miracle's farm at the start. Kuro coming in to trade a little bit, but as we're seeing, I mean, the Gush and then the chase down, it really adds up with the treants and the right click for the Nature's Prophet. Kuro falls very low. There's the Fissure, only connects onto Misery. Sorry, onto Moon, but Misery, he turns towards Miracle. And, I mean, we're seeing it there. The Gush, the armor reduction, and then the punches, it can very easily zone some of these heroes out of the lane.
It's pretty good now, because it used to be like 120 mana, and you used to only have like a 180-something mana pool, because, everybody got the 50 mana a couple patches ago, well, a lot of patches ago. So now he actually is able to spam the Gush in a pretty decent manner. So maybe it'll work now for them.
As we can see so far with this opening, because of the presence of the 2 of them up there, only 2 CS on Miracle. He's certainly feeling the pressure, feeling the heat that Planet Odd are putting on this top lane.
Yeah, they're putting pressure. They know that the Earthshaker, Rubik, and AM, they don't want to have the 3 heroes up there at all times. They need to be able to move the heroes around so they can split the experience and so the anti-mage can get to high levels. gives a little bit more to the Nyx Assassin, though. That's what happens when you do these type of dual lanes. So Mind Control is able to get a little bit more. But Rezo going for the Orb of Venom build on the Troll to at least help zone out the Nyx, while Shadow Shaman does the pulls and tries to get that much needed experience.
Mid lane, CS-wise, looks to be pretty close between Weeha and Matuma Man. Matuma with a slight edge, but definitely even trading at the moment. Until those level 6s come online, very unlikely that either of these are able to find a kill potential without a rotation or two coming through.
Yeah.
We do see GH back in the middle, picks up an Arcane Rune, ready to spam out a few fissures, keep the heat on for Weeha.
Secondary no comes out for Matu, so its last hitting for him is going to become a lot easier, so he should be able to pull a bit ahead. Weeha getting the bottle delivered, so more spam. But the base damage is much closer now. While Puck usually has a little bit of a lead now, Necrolite does. And continue the pressure on KuroKy top with these gushes.
Does grab the Treant, throws it down to get that stun to try and hold back there.
Moon's got boots, TPing in.
There we do, trying to cut off KuroKy. KuroKy look for the Jukes down south.
One more.
We're seeing these right clicks from Moon go to work. Burst blood in this top lane, and I've got to say so far, the Misery Tidehunter's presence and pressure, it's working out on this top.
The gush, man, the early on gush is just a great amount of damage. And with now Moon gonna having phase boots this early in that top lane, they're gonna be able to pressure a decent amount onto the anti-mage and Rubik. They're definitely gonna slow down Miracle's farm by a good margin like this. And damn, Matu is pulling super far ahead in the last. It's 20-6 over. Look at him over everybody else. The next highest is 15.
Absolutely climbing ahead in this middle lane over the last couple of waves.
GH is really making Weeha's life a lot harder. It's not just Matu, it's GH. They're spamming non-stop fissures. Weeha, Orb is on cooldown for 5 seconds. The fissure is going to be coming out.
And they should get the kill here. Indeed they do. Liquid amping up the pressure. And as we're seeing, we are just getting absolutely crushed by this Necro now.
And when you get the kill, especially in that, you get the kill as a Necro,
Back
you're
up
full.
to full.
You're full.
Yep.
Full health, full mana. And you continue the siege.
Just over 2 things. Nearly got that level 6 as well, so then it becomes even riskier for Weeha in this middle lane. Another rotation from GH like that, and you can absolutely get the Reaper's Scythe kill very easily.
He's going to be almost level and a half advantage. He's going to have 6 now. Shadow Shaman bottom gets the shackles onto Mind Control, but GH making the rotation down.
Yeah, they're going to see if they can get something in return. They're moving in onto Saxa, turns around with the burst. In fact, with the Whirling Axes, they'll lose the Nyx Assassin. GH does find the Shaman in return, but it will be Planet Odd coming out on top, getting that offlane kill and getting it into the hands of Rezo as well. They will not mind losing the Shaman at all for that one. We see mid lane Matumba incredibly aggressive here, feeling confident, diving past the tier 1. Saxa has come across, starting to push him back. Misery looking for the body blocks here. They're going to try and take down Matumba and punish him for this very, very deep movement. He needs backup.
They get the
Wishes
block.
to survive. Yeah, no one's coming across for this one. Pots the Ghost Trap and immediately on cue, Saxa comes in with the shackles. No escape from Matumba, and his aggression punished perfectly by Odd there.
Good rotation from Misery coming down to hit that body block. Sock supports him, but without boots, it's really hard to catch up, but great body blocks. Top lane, Miracle, though, still getting pressured with those phase boots on Nature's Prophet. It really does put quite a lot of damage onto Miracle.
He needs help, and he's getting it now. GH has rotated up towards the top lane. They're going to see if they can try and go for a play on Moon. Jump forward from Miracle. They've got a lot of control with the telekinesis. Drag back into the stun from GH. Should be enough to get the kill, and indeed it does. Misery trying to find something in return onto Miracle. Won't quite get it there. The Fey Bolt reducing the damage of Misery. Can't commit for the kill with the right clicks. And in fact, Misery himself in trouble. Liquid surround him.
Oh,
Miracle! Oh no, he comes back in. Gets far too greedy, and Misery, he's over the moon with that one. I think he realized he was a goner. Didn't think he'd end up bringing down the anti-mage with him, though.
And KuroKy now in some trouble. Moon TP's back toward top.
Gets the teleport.
Will he be able to get the body blocks with Treants? They didn't get in front.
Ooh, that fissure from GH may just be enough, and indeed it looks to be. We'll hold him back. They'll keep Kuro alive. That Miracle kill certainly should have happened.
I probably didn't expect a level 2 Gush.
Yeah.
Level 2 Gush with that Anchor Smash. Significant amount of damage with that minus armor.
Support Tidehunter coming to a pub near you soon.
Rip.
We look in the mid lane. Weeha still behind Matumba despite that kill that they did manage to get on him. About a 1k gold lead for Matumba Man. Nearly double the CS. Absolutely insane for him here. 51 CS before the 7-minute mark on this mid lane. Absolutely incredible. Bottom lane. Trying to make a move onto Mind Control, quick impale onto Saxa, holds back.
MC's doing very well down here. I mean, it is a dual lane, so he has a lot more leeway, a lot more freedom to be down there. But almost arcane boots on level 6 at the 7-minute mark on this Nyx.
Absolute perfect timing for him. Lane Matumba, never late. Again, if they want to have any chance of taking him down, they do need to send a lot of numbers there. A +1, not necessarily enough. They need to have at least 3, as we saw last time, to get the chance of having enough control and nuke damage to bring down a Necro. He's had this sort of advantage in the laning stage. Yeah,
and if he starts to rack up stick charges, it becomes way more impossible because, you know, you see the Ghost Shroud stick combo is absurd with how much you actually heal. And he will be getting more and more stick charges every time Weehaw uses the orb to push them off the tower. Bottom lane, Mind Control and GH. Getting aggression onto Rezo, 150 HP. He's got the range drop though, and he'll be fine with those face boots too.
And we'll juke it out. Towards the mid lane, we did have the movement coming in from both Misery and Saxa. They'll actually turn their attention back towards the top. Rezo totally alone here. In comes the Fissure. Mind Control looking for the connection with the Vendetta. Does find it. Not quite enough damage to get the kill. Weehaw's turned up, drops the coil onto GH with a massive nuke coming out for the Nature's Wrath. They'll get it.
And they get top too with that. The Shackles plus the Gush and Nature's Prophet enough to bring down the Anti-Mage. And now they're able to pressure an Anti-Mage's tower this early with the Nature's Prophet Tidehunter dual lane. And mid tower is by Matu. Claimed.
Could will at least find something in return, but definitely the fact that this AM Anti-Mage is getting punished as heavy as he is. Certainly a worry for Liquid. Could it really be? You know, we've seen this whole tournament, Anti-Mage picks being thrown out left, right, and center. Could Planet Odd, with the support Tidehunter, have been the answer all along? So far, it's looking pretty good off the back of the lanes.
And they're definitely making it work. Misery's levels are pretty damn solid too. Arcane Boots with level 5 already. Level 3 Gush, gonna have Ravage at a perfect timing. Like just about 10-minute mark, as we usually see most supports hit. They're level 6. Mind Control, making their way toward top, wanting to secure Miracle's farm with GH. Missouri spotted.
Fissure, not really ideal there. They may still have the chain locked down. We'll go for it with the Vendetta and the Impale. Miracle jumping forward, and that will secure it. Liquid do manage to dispatch a Misery.
Weehaw mid. Uh-oh. Gets lifted up. They've got the Reaper sight, but unable to get it off.
Yeah, quick waning rift in terms of the silence, and then the Hex as well, making it impossible for Matumba Man to throw down the ult. They'll continue to see if they can chase. GH moving in, thinking about throwing down a Fissure, but Saxa already too far away up to the high ground. Will keep himself safe. GH down on the bottom. Holding back the troll with the Fissure, but in fact, Rezo could just move on this. With the stuns already thrown out and the Nature's Wrath flying in. GH, can he get out with the face boots? It should be enough to close the gap. The question is if they can punish Rezo. One TP coming in from Matumba Man. They should have more to block him off as well. Kuro, has he got the range for the telekinesis? No, he hasn't. Rezo looks to be fine here. Has those phase boots up again in a second and gets away with the kill.
That was very good usage by Rezo there, switching into melee form and using the phase boots and switching back and instantly getting the auto attack is just like perfectly done. Tome of Knowledge being grabbed up by Misery, so he'll have his level 6 online for those next type of upcoming fights. Mid lane, Moon trying to just keep that pressure, but Mind Control's already set up there.
Yeah, and there's backup coming in for the rest of Liquid. GH is here with the Fissure to lock Moon down, stuck on the wrong side of the Fissure here, dragged back into the Enchant Totem with GH, and Moon will be taken down. Come in with that very aggressive TP to try and get that push going, and he gets punished for it. Weehaw dropping the Dream Coil, nukes GH down, takes a free kill under the noses of 3 members of Liquid as they're unable to hold him back. That DD rune doing work. Planet Odd look to maintain the pressure on this mid lane despite losing the Nature's Prophet.
It's what their lineup does early on, to keep that pressure up, get those early towers versus an anti-mage lineup.
With the TP from GH, isn't going to quite fry the Fissure as Planet Odd too far away. Now back off. Respect it, and space is being created for Rezo. Down at the bottom, 4.3k. Same time though, Miracle in the jungle is climbing himself back up into a favorable position, nearly back on par with the Troll, despite the pressure that was put onto that top lane and the fact that they lost their tier 1 up there very early on.
But it's not a free farm anti-mage. No. He doesn't have he's not gonna have like the treads and the Battle Fury at in the next 5 minutes or so if he doesn't get like incredible amount of kills.
Bottom lane, GH in with the Echo Slam and Reaper to take down one, but the reaction's there from Odd. Weehaw gets the silence onto Tumba. Tumba tries to TP out, he's not gonna make it. So they may have killed a Shaman, but quick reactions from Odd get the favorable trade, and now they're ready to push down on this bottom lane.
Definitely not worth it. They still have all their ultimates on Planet Odd too. This should be a quick and easy tower. No battle trance. It's not skilled yet, but still easy to bring down. And they've got Ravage and Dreamclaw online. They may even be able to continue this one. Shadow Shaman wards were expended because Saksa was dying, so he wanted to just use them, but they don't need him for now. But the rotation's coming in.
Kuroki Ace TP'd in, but straight up with the cushion, the orb, he's back out as soon as he's in there. Planet Odd, no mercy as they just move in, and it seems like Liquid just aren't prepared for the Gush plays. Each and every time, Misery just throws it out, the team chase him down, and they can't do anything about it, Liquid. They're being zoned out away from the tier 2. Planet Odd taking the tower down 12 minutes in, keeping the pressure high.
Wow, damn. Now they're gonna make their way toward those other towers. If they can claim a lot of towers and get a lot of information into the enemy jungle, they're gonna know exactly where Miracle is. And it's gonna become harder and harder for Liquid to fight because of the gold that you get from killing those towers. Everybody else is just gonna get stronger and stronger, and you have to fight a 4v5 into a Tidehunter puck. It's extremely difficult.
And Control already moving back over again with the rest of his team, trying to set something up.
Trying to create some space for that anti-mage to continue that farm.
Certainly an easy kill there. Caught out alone, the Shaman's gone. Very easy pick for Liquid.
Doesn't turn into anything though. It's just a kill. There's no tower or anything gained from it, and it's probably it is the least successful kill that they end up grabbing there.
I think that got done for Weehaw. Do start to close in on the middle lane though. Only having to respect the fact that Misery does have Ravage ready to pop. Have to be very careful how they fight into that, especially as we've seen with the ability for Planet Odd to react to any sort of play that Liquid make close to any tower. TP is immediately coming through time and time again and ready to turn it around.
Yeah, that's exactly what Planet Odd wants to just fight on top of those towers. That's exactly what they want. Moon TPing in aggressively and to go for this Matu up very far.
Yeah, it's going to be trapped down. The Dream Core will be dropped. Fisher thrown out for GH, trying to hold the back, but the Hex is there from Saxa. But Man pops the Ghost Shroud, turns around with the heal, and with the Reaper side, straight onto the Tidehunter. That's going to be Misery down. As talked about on the panel there, doesn't matter how tanky you are, if you get that low, you're going to be popping to the Reaper's side.
Especially when there's a Veil on there too. And look at the item he has queued up too on Matu. Dagon being queued up to be able to get for those type of bursts. Very good. Spell damage builds are very good versus Tor Warlord in the early game till the BKB comes out. So that can make some sense too. Their Earthshaker lineup.
But already on the move again. Mind Control, Vendetted up. Saxa towards the neighborhood. Does have the backup of Rezo. They'll spot out GH. GH turning. There's the Fisher into the Echo Slam. Wards will be dropped though by Saxa. Rezo trying to man up. Weehaw jumps in with the silence and the nuke. Takes down the Shaker. Mind Control comes in with the stun, but he's held by Saxa. And indeed, Rezo gets down on 30 HP. Kuro will be successful with the TP out. But again, as we're seeing, I mean, it feels like Liquid is just making the mistake of trying to force fights near these entry points, near these TP places, the shrines, the tier 1s, where Odd immediately react. Now they're going to be able to transpire into getting Roshan as well, by the looks of it, as Liquid do not have a hope of contesting this. They've got the DD on Weehaw. They're making very quick work of this indeed, and Planet Odd really keeping that momentum going that they need to get that edge over an anti-mage pit.
They're doing a great job at it. They're playing mostly reactionary now to this point, but it's Liquid like kind of running into them, and they're just prepared for it. And the mech is being built up on Misery, more than halfway there. Drums already were finished up for Moon earlier, almost with the Shadow Blade to go for those split push and pickoffs. And yeah, like you said, the Blink on Weehaw earlier and building into a Linken's later on. Everyone's starting to get their big items, or their big first set of items out to be able to continue that pressure. Battle Fury though finished up on Miracle, so he'll be able to start accelerating that farm, and the space that Liquid will be making will become more and more useful. As long as they don't, you know, hemorrhage too many kills while he is just doing his farm thing. Dagon finished up now on Matu.
And Planet Odd.
The siege continues.
Yeah, straight up to the tier 2. Mind Control beginning to head over. They really do anything to stop this push. At the moment, it's just a case of, as you say, Miracle just being happy with the fact that he's getting space elsewhere. But soon he's going to have to turn up to the fights. Planet Odd take that tier 2.
They're going to go high ground. They've got the Aegis.
We saw a similar play from Liquid in that last game, 15 minutes in, coming up onto this top lane. And now they're trying it themselves, and they don't need to know a Huskar to do this. They will lose the Aegis immediately, though, as Batumba Man pops him there with the Dagon.
And high
That's
going to
be enough to stop him.
No more high ground push.
He just gone. Planet Odd, not wanting to give away too much of this momentum that they've built up.
So much magical burst from Liquid with that Veil. Miracle continuing his farm in the enemy jungle this time around. With the Treads Battle Fury finished up, it starts to become much, much faster.
Yeah. Well, if he continues at this pace and gets the Manta style in good time, I feel that's definitely going to be the point where Planet Odd really need to worry about the stage the game has got to. As he is going to be very tricky to catch once that Manta's complete.
All of Liquid grouped up as 4. Same thing they've been doing for the majority of the game, trying to go for those type of space creation plays for Miracle. Again, now they're going, dictating the pace of the game continuously.
See what they can find here.
Misery's actually changed the build up from the mech and going double back for the Blink Dagger.
And Misery's going to walk into this. They found the Titan and drag it back immediately with the Reaper's Scythe. He is just gone. Down for 50 seconds.
No hesitation whatsoever.
So scary. I mean, if they get the Tide, they can get anyone like that. Whoever walks into that sort of a smoke with that Dagon Necro, they're just gone.
So much spell damage. The Veil comes out, you throw the Reaper before the damage comes out, but it all gets applied as it finishes. Odd looks like they want to fight here, though.
It's a little risky with no Tidehunter for 20 seconds. The tier 1 will still fall. And, I mean, Odd, yeah, they're in the neighborhood, but they're not looking to try and hold Liquid in place. But despite, indeed, that early flow they got going, I feel like, I know it's still early, 18 minutes in, but Odd have got to start to worry a little bit now.
Yeah,
it feels like it's already getting to the stage. You know, you look at the net worth. He's at the top of the net. Well, the Anti-Mage is up. The Miracle's there at the top. That's only going to continue unless you're able to break the high ground. They just tried it with the Aegis. Now they're going to have to wait quite a bit until they can get it again and go for a similar play.
It's the net worth, but it's also his levels, because he's alone the entire game, so he's level 15. The next highest level person is like level 13. However, you can see the discrepancy of like the levels on the side of Liquid. It's like a 15 Anti-Mage, a 13 Necro, and then 9, 8, 8.
They've got eyes on him here.
Which happens with an Anti-Mage.
They see him post-blink. Do they have the lockdown? Weehaw coming forward. Oh no, the Dream Coil not quite in time. Miracle's out with the first blink. They do have the haste rune on Weehaw. He's going to try and chase this down, but Miracle blinking out to the side. I don't think they're going to be able to catch him. They can't get the completed chase down. And just unfortunate for Odd that they didn't get the initial stun with that coil.
Very close to getting that kill. Misery now changed up a little bit too. Well, just added a cloak in the build so he can't just die from that type of explosion that they do have for magic damage. But continuing their aggressive plays, staying as a unit on Odd. How's GH doing on Blink Dagger? 70 gold till GH has Blink too. So Liquid is definitely hitting their timings.
They really are. Middle lane, wards drop down immediately.
Odd needs BKB so badly on the Troll Warrior to be able to actually go for those bigger sieges. Like BKB Aegis is the next big timing for them to actually consider going for the high ground push.
Does that blink pick up? As mentioned, GH. See what he can do with this. Liquid trying to do their best to stop this push, take the wards down. Two's down to half health, but they will keep it alive. Planet Odd sticking around, and yes, Miracle.
Keeping it up.
Yep.
All the way up to that 10,000 with DD rune now too. Pressuring the lane and forces the Troll Warlord back. Doing a good job of stalling the game out for Miracle. Have we had a Ravage yet? I don't think he's been able to have a chance to have it, right? No.
We've not had a single Ravage yet.
No.
Misery unable to find the chance to do so. The last 2 times he's just been... They normally go for him with the burst and the Reaper, as we've seen. They can take him out and eliminate the threat of the Ravage. Feel very comfortable in these sort of engagements now. Especially with that sort of rocky early game. Starting to pass over for them. You say Miracle really hitting his stride. Once again, as we've seen time and time again here at DreamLeague, that Anti-Mage pick coming online.
Manta's about to be finished. Ideal timing. And almost level 18 too. Just not able to force anything else after their Aegis got popped so quickly, trying to go for that high ground siege. Roche can be starting to spawn in the next 2 minutes or so. Probably what we're seeing in our next big engagement, unless there's a big pick off from the GH Blink Dagger somewhere. Everyone actually just now settling down and farming a bit since the waves keep getting pushed in. on both sides.
Close to that BKB on Reza. 500 to go. As you mentioned, Mantia is there now. Or Miracle.
He's looking to get involved in the fights next too. BKB queued up for the anti-mage.
Planet Odd may be waiting out for the next Roche. But this is valuable time.
This is not.
It's favoring Liquid.
This lull is not what they want to be happening right now. With a Tidehunter, Puck, like Shadow Shaman, and a Nature's Prophet, these four heroes want to be fighting and pushing towers and taking fights around the towers nonstop. The lull periods are never good when you're playing versus an anti-mage like this.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
But they do need to wait for that BKB because of that burst. And he's going to have it now finished up right after this next neutral camp. So maybe they'll try to go for something with that rather than waiting for the Roche. Weeha also approaching that Linken's. So that Linken's will actually be very useful versus the Reaper Scythe if they're able to time it to block. But Liquid on the move to get aggressive with that Blink Dagger on GH. They are in vision. I did see Misery for a second with that high ground ward.
No, ready to jump. Oh, but GH there on the backlines gets two with the Echo Slam. Ravage does come out, but already the Tidehunter's gone. Miracle trying to commit the Ravage in return there. Does come out on the way down. Kuro's gone. Liquid though, they've got themselves two. They've got the bigger kills. Miracle jumps across to Saxa. 3 for 2 at the moment, and now Moon and Rezo have to get themselves out of there. The dust is out. Miracle jumping forward. Very little chance for Moon to escape as the Impale from Mind Control connects. Sets up the triple kill. And Planet Odd have really got to start to worry now. The team fight going like that.
Uh-oh.
The momentum definitely building up for the side. As we see here.
This high ground ward right there.
Yeah.
They see the back lines. GH able to get the perfect jump on the two of them. They end up getting their spells off, Saxa and Misery, but the Ravage does get stolen. It's not like the Ravage really clips like too many heroes, but still they have the fight so split up by the Fissure, and the Shrine is right there too, so Rezo is in an awkward position where he can't really get to lock anyone down with his right clicks with that BKB usage, including with the Ghost Shard from Matumba Man.
Yeah, nice focus on Matumba as well to get the Reaper Scythe onto Weeha. Taking the puck out for 70 seconds.
Misery still quite far away from his Blink Dagger as well on the Tidehunter, the 1,000 gold. But the vision in that fight was definitely what dictated it with that quick initiation from GH. And now it's Liquid's time to get on there aggressive a little bit, pushing up.
Pings there onto Weeha, they want to move in. Ooh, phase shift just in time to dodge the Impale. In fact, Weeha wants to turn, jumps in, gets the two-man Dream Coil. Nature's Wrath will fly through as Mind Control and GH fall down low. Spike Carapace is out there, but Weeha jumps forward, will secure the kill onto Mind Control. They'll get one. Can they get anything else out of this? Misery, Gush onto Matumba Man, looking for the chase down. Do they actually have the damage? Maybe if Rezo can close the gap and post Ghost Shroud, they've got a chance. GH will be there with the Fish to hold them back. Moon moving forward as well. There's the instant Hex with Saxa. They'll give themselves a second. GH surrounded by the trees. Great play from Odd. They take down 3. Move in and catch Liquid off guard.
All of them were grouped up. Liquid kind of ran into a trap almost. That was without Ravage. Dream Coil was expended, but it'll be back up soon. It's actually at the same exact time as Ravage. Shadow Shaman Ward's ready, but not a good place to put them down there since the towers are dropping. Miracle looking to go for some cheeky play here on the
Saxa. Jump it down. He takes Saxa. Can Odd punish this? Got the silence. He's already popped the Manta. Have they got any follow-up control? Moon trying to cut him off. But Miracle's on the high ground, goes for the TP out, no way to cancel it. So gets away with a cheeky pickoff.
Moon did not have the Orchid yet, it was coming on the courier. The Orchid maybe would have been able to get the silence for them to chase him down.
Planet Odd certainly showing us that despite the strength of the anti-mage, can still take these team fights.
Yes.
After that big team fight, bottom Miracle switched the build up instead of BKB, just rushes out the Butterfly, and he's got it finished already. 26 minutes, he's got the 3 big items already. And level 23. That is...
It's scary.
Pretty damn scary, yeah. Butterfly this early versus a Troll Warlord is really troublesome. There's no way to go through that evasion. Rezo's actually forced to build into a Diffusal Blade next to, because he's playing versus the Ghost Shroud of the Necro. The mana burn's also quite nice versus also always quite nice, and the damage you get from the diffusal, but definitely needing it versus Necrolite versus Matumba, man. Because Saxa is having some trouble to get into the fight to get that lockdown. Mind control now. Eyes on
More
Saxa.
trouble there, Saxa. Mind control going in upon him. The Fissure and the presence of Miracle.
Miracle just jumps in, thank you. More bonus gold.
Typical anti-mage contribution. Coming up to 19,000 net worth on Miracle.
We've got the big secondary initiation now for Planet Odd. Level 12 on Misery, and he's got the blink. So now it's all about the vision game. If they're able to see that back line, then they can actually start the fights pretty decently.
GH, quite catching Misery there indeed, thanks to that newly found Blink Dagger. Pressure is on Planet Odd.
They've got to take it for a farm game now, though. It's already hit the point where I think they're realizing they're like, there's no way that we can just like bum rush and break high ground versus this team. It's way too difficult versus all the burst. So, got to prepare for those later stages. We have with the Lincolns, Yule's queued up. Looks like they actually want to go for a smoke and make a big play coming up with that Ravage Blink Dagger.
Okay. Liquid, of course, will be aware of the blink.
They know that
Misery.
They know that Miracle's completely bottom though. They just spotted him with their ward, so.
I mean, if they can catch the team minus Miracle, Planet Odd can definitely take the fight.
Yeah, and they have eyes on Kuro right now. Put a sentry down too.
There's the jump and immediately mind control with the response. Impale Misery does still get the 4-man Ravage out. Can they finish off the kills? Shackle's there onto the Shaker. There'll be 2 down. They will lose Misery as the Reaper's Sight flies through.
But oh, Roche is up and Rezo has a DD.
And they drop the Serpent Ward straight away.
This is Aegis Cheese. There's no Shaker. Shaker actually committed the Echo as well there too. So this should be a nice, clean, easy Roche for Planet Odd.
Can Liquid do anything about this? And indeed, with the speed that it's going down, I don't think they can. It's already dropped, and in fact, with the silence, they're ready to try and move in for more. Weehart jumps forward, phase shift to dodge the Impale from the Nyx Assassin. But Tumberman's trapped up, has the Ghost Shroud, but there's the Diffuser Blade chunking into the Necrophos. As they get themselves another, looking towards mid lane. Miracle slowed down by the Diffusal. Mantis looks towards the blink. Can they find the chase? He's gone off to the east. Miracle straight up with the TP out will get himself back to safety. But as we're seeing some really nice calls being made from Planet Odd.
That was massive. Playing around their vision perfectly there. They're like, yep, Miracle's bottom. We go run into them. Hopefully we run into a couple heroes, and they ran into 3. The Echo Slam pushes the Kraken Shell through the threshold, and that's what allows Misery to get that 4-man perfect Ravage here.
Yeah, very little they can do to stop Misery getting that off.
4-man Ravage, 3-man Dream Coil. They're a little bit split off, so they can't get the other 2 follow-up kills right away, but then they do just get a Roche. So that's a big thing there for them to at least not worry about Liquid having to get that one, and it gives them a little bit more breathing room because it's still this terrifying anti-mage who's super massive.
Yeah, and that's the thing as we saw there, you know, the fact that just Miracle's position only turn up to the fight after it's pretty much all but over.
Yep.
Next time, if he's around for the fight, things could be certainly a little different. We'll get a head stop. Rezo is there as well, but the immediate stun from Mind Control holds it back. In fact, Miracle just turns with the Manta Star, looks at Rezo, bursts down the Aegis with a Mana Void. Weehart comes in with the silence, but they really can't go back in on this one, Planet Odd. They have to back up. Fighting Liquid when they have Miracle amongst them is pretty darn impossible. Rezo?
Especially with the fresh BKB finished up. Didn't have to use it there, but yeah, it makes it a lot harder for them to actually like, lock him down and burst him. Level 25 now finished up as well as anti-mage, so that additional agility. 25 armor with also the evasion is pretty damn durable. Gonna be queuing up the bots next on Miracle to continue that split push, and also being able to join the fights. Actually a really good pickup that he'll be getting very soon. So now he doesn't have to worry about that type of situation happening where it's like, oh, I'm bottom and they may take a fight near the shrine. Now he's actually able to join that. Full BKB also was picked up by Matu after that engagement near the Roche. More survivability for him. But it's mostly the anti-mage versus what Planet Odd has to offer, because he is exclusively the one farming. Matu's farming a tiny bit, but it's 90% going to Miracle. The other 3 are very minimal in the farm.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Mind Control spending majority of his time as he should be, you know, running around scouting in the Vendetta.
What items are we seeing being finished off by the Natures? Oh, let's see. What's he
Going for BKB next.
Going for the BKB next.
So he can actually be in the fights.
Pretty close as well to it. (21-17). Indeed, a slight lead for Planet Odd in regards to overall net worth.
Experience still going for Liquid slightly, but that'll happen when your anti-mage is, you know, such a quick level 25. Fuel's now finished up for Weehaw, and Sox is approaching that Blink Dagger, which will be very nice for them to get that additional lockdown.
Some very impressive stats there from Miracle's AM.
Liquid's trying to fight. Will they have the vision advantage for the engagement? It looks like they will for the time being, but Odd actually does have the high ground right now.
But can they get that jump in? What's the plan? Saxon's looking for it. Oh, wait, well, kind of blinks into the trees a little bit awkwardly. Pops the BKB though, turns towards Saxon. Saxon trying to run away, but Miracle will chase him down. Takes down the Shaman. Reaper's Scythe dropped onto the Titan, they've lost 2. They do get the Nix Assassin in return, but Miracle's just cleaning up. Finds the double kill as he picks up Moon on the Nature's Prophet. The rest of Liquid surrounding Weehaw. Echo Slam holds him in position. Planet Odd lose a 4th. And the expected outcome there when Planet Odd get caught toe-to-toe with the full 5-man at Liquid. Miracle with that BKB, just uncontrollable in these team fights.
It's the double BKB. He can't get a good Ravage off. Miracle just jumps in with no fear. Sox unable to get any spells off and just dies in one fissure. Actually, it wasn't even a fissure. He just got chased down. The fissure was held, but the Ravage clips him, yeah. They're unable to really fight into these double BKBs. Rezo unable to really get on top of anybody except for just the Nyx Assassin. That was his full BKB duration, just to beat on a Nyx.
I mean, at least a good call from Rezo. You know, he gets the kill and he doesn't stick around. He's out of there, so he keeps his life intact. But it's still definitely a worry in terms of the overall flow of the game for Planet Odd.
As Liquid claims their first lead in the game in the last 30 minutes, 25 minutes.
Structure after structure. Miracle moving around. Not a fear in the world.
Rezo needs an MKB to be able to stand toe-to-toe with him.
He's getting there.
He's on his way. He's pretty close, about 1,400 away.
Quid, ready to pounce if anyone on Planet Odd dares come out of the base. Oh, we are caught out by the Spike Carapace. I mean, that will stop him from going up to the high ground himself. Mind Control looking to chase down. Just to get the impale with a quick blink out. We are safe and sound for now.
Dagger now for Matu. Catch. The vision game is so important for this one, for whoever gets the initiation.
Yeah.
If the BKBs get online, then Misery's, you know, this is what the, you know, what they were talking about on the panel and everything too, is Tidehunter in comparison to the Enigma. He's not a BKB piercing disable. So if once those BKB comes out, you feel very weird about using your Ravage. The two main heroes that you want to be focusing down are yellow, and they're immune to damage, or immune to magical, and you just are like, I don't want to use my Ravage on the other ones, because the Ravage ideally in this game is you Ravage, you get the coil, you get the lockdown so that Troll can actually get onto the anti-mage and beat him down, but just way too difficult when they have that magic immunity. Abyssal Blade, full, finished up now on Miracle. Maybe we see Liquid go for their own smoke, and they do.
What's the plan here? Line also being drawn by Planet Odd towards their own Ancients. Moving in, has to be careful.
Fresh gem picked up by Planet Odd, so they're at least going to have a little bit of vision help in those fights.
Base shifting to blink out. We are avoiding the smoke movement. And should get the intel for Odd to stay safe for a little bit. Know that Liquid were hunting. Liquid will be unsuccessful in terms of getting a kill out of that move. It's Planet Odd indeed just up on the high ground, waiting until they see an opportunity themselves to go out on Liquid. Quick reveal of Liquid now pushing out the bottom lane. Planet Odd knows it's a little safer to move back out.
Yeah. They were still afraid. They were looking at top. Top's pretty pushed in. Bottom was pretty pushed in by the Treants from Moon. And they knew that something was up. Roche can start spawning in the next 40 seconds or so. Miracle continuing to just farm everywhere.
They do not have the MKB complete on Rezo.
They do now.
So if they can somehow lock down Miracle, the damage will be there.
They can get the jump. If they somehow can get that jump. How's Soxa doing on Blink? Soxa will have Blink Dagger as well, but you know, these are all things that don't pierce BKB. So that as long as, if they can get it all off before the BKB and they can just get like a perfect initiation, that's ideal for them, but it's very tough versus that Liquid lineup. Weehaw. Scouted by Miracle. Miracle breaking the Lincolns with the Mana Void so he can get the Abyssal, but yeah, Weehaw with quick blink away.
Miracle's going to continue to try and chase it, but he's actually run into the full lineup of Odd. They turn with the Hex. Rizzo commits. Oh, Miracle! It is an absolute trap. Oh,
they're looking to continue. Moon deeping in, going for a Courier Snipe. Looks like got it. Dude, are they going to claim anybody else? They're looking.
They may. I mean, they've got eyes on Matu. The rest of Planet are coming in. They'll throw down the trees. Matu will turn with a quick burst and nuke down the Nature's Prophet. Misery holding on to the Ravage. Matu goes for the BKB TP out. No bashes are there. The RNG not on the side of Rezo. Well, with that Nature's Prophet down for 90, that could be pretty crucial in the state that it may hold Planet off from pushing, despite the fact that they just got the easiest kill of their life on that Miracle anti-mage.
Let's see if Roche respawns in 5 seconds. If they notice and it respawns instantly, that would be pretty damn good for Planet Odd.
They are going to try and push.
And it does respawn instantly. Look at that. Did they notice it? I think Misery just pinged it, right?
Yeah, they're going to go check it.
That's pretty damn fortunate for them. Okay, Aegis and Cheese. Anti-mage is dead for 40. Liquid can't contest this one. Wow, that's probably the most fortunate thing I've seen happen in a while.
I mean, it's always the thing, isn't it? With the anti-mage games, regardless of how far ahead you get in farm, one slip-up can really just cost you big time, because it's just such a huge percentage of your team's overall worth and presence on the game. Yeah. Because of the farm that you've collected yourself.
Well, I mean, he is the majority of the presence. Yeah, the rest of them are just like lockdown so he can do all the damage.
Liquid certainly can't afford to have those mistakes happen again.
Invisibility.
Miracle is back up. The team immediately back to looking to go aggressive.
They're not, they don't care that there's an Aegis grabbed up. Weehaw, looking at Miracle, says what's up, A shifts, jumps away.
A bit of spam pings there. Wake up, wake up. (23-22), again, less than a 1k lead for Planet Odd. Very close at the moment.
I feel like so many of our games here have been like this. It's like 30-something minutes in and there's like a 1k lead.
Yeah, the quality of the games here, this DreamLeague, has got to be some of the best.
Yeah.
Overall, I've seen it land in quite a while in terms of just game by game. There's not been any bad ones, it seems. Yeah. Every story, very different, huge variety of picks, incredibly high-level play. Some slip-ups, but yeah, it's Dota 2.
It's bound to happen.
You can't have a game of Dota 2 with someone messing up now and then, even at this level of play.
So with now the full SNY finished up, got more ways to actually get into the fights and catch up. How's our Misery doing? Misery actually has a full Glimmer Cape now finished up, and they gave him the cheese, so he can. Oh, they have 2 cheeses stacked up. Yep. So Weehaw has one and Misery does. Okay. Liquid all set up for bottom.
Yeah, Planet Odd is certainly going to have to do something about this if they continue to push in. But they, as we can see, they're certainly respecting the Aegis and the cheese. In fact, Miracle poking in, forces out the fortification. We'll start to see some of Planet Odd head back, put an end to this slow siege with the illusions.
Saksa during that places some nice cheeky wards to make sure that they get vision while the anti-mage is going out to farm. So this is the wards that will hopefully find them a chance to find the pick-off on him that they really need in order to be able to go for that high ground siege. So 40-minute mark hits. We've got the double runes starting to spawn now. Haste rune bottom, arcane rune top. Oh. The Reaper's sight right away on Moon. He's got BKB though.
In fact, let's try and turn. Yeah, quick blink out from Matu. And yeah, the nuke damage not quite enough. Straight up solo the Nature's Prophet.
Gem. Just still Weehaw has the gem, and now GH actually picks one up for Liquid. I was seeing if they had one beforehand. Gotta be able to need to do that when you see them, you know, get out of the base like that, and you're expecting them to do wards when they go so far aggressively. And it's all about the initiations in these fights.
Trying to shove this top lane back up. Really wants to try and maintain hold of this tier 2. Absolutely vital to have at least one up so you don't have that threat of being instant megaed. The fight does go quickly down south for yourselves.
Weehaw's farm is slowed down a lot. As to be expected though. You're running a tri-core. So Nature's Prophet always constantly shoving the lanes in with the ultimate. Puck isn't able to find actual places to get that levels in farm. So still on level 20.
see him cure up the Ags earlier. Certainly would be really nice.
Yeah,
with the
there we go.
BKBs in
3
play.
Tome of Knowledge to be given to Weeha now. Really wants to get that level 25 so he can get that 420 GPM online.
And look at Planet Odd go. They want to try and force something up top straight away. Look at the Kuroki. There's the Diffuser Blade dart. The damage just comes in from the Troll. Easy kill for Resolution.
That ward, they know it's there though. Liquid did walk by it with the gem. But that one should get dewarded pretty soon now afterwards. But this is a pickoff. This is where they can actually try to get some siege damage since they still have the Aegis.
Yeah,
Wards are dropped.
and Aegis ready to go. Fisher to catch on to 2. Nuking Saxa down very low, but he moves back with the Glimmer Cape. Resolution trying to get on position on the high ground to beat into that tower, but there's Miracle jumps in with the Abyssal Blade. That's going to be the Troll down once. Aegis popped. Can they kill him a second time? Mind Control looking for the timing with the stun, but the BKB is already out.
Trapped.
Resolution is trapped up indeed though. Miracle jumps back in. Rezo trying for the TPL. Will he make it? Oh my god, no he doesn't! Liquid will claim the kill. Now ready to move on for more Moon. TP's out. No stun to get him for the BKB. He will be fortunate enough to get out. But Liquid desperately chasing, wanting to punish Odd even more. Forward, looking for Saxa. Saxa himself already out. Sticks around for a bit of farm. Efficiency is his finest. He has got an anti-mage problem and he will get paid for the greed there. As Miracle cleans him up.
Yeah, that was damn good fissure block. Good coordination, good call from the team there. Just being like, all right, we burst him down once and then, yeah, he's the only one up on the high ground, so.
Can they force these buybacks out there? That's the question. We've got 50 seconds without Resolution. Liquid ready to go down the middle lane.
Miracle's got 8,000 gold.
Here we go. There's the first buyback. Saxa straight in.
All of the damage for the anti-mage is the Troll Warlord, so there we go. Troll has to buy back.
We are wanting to find at least something to punish Liquid. They do get the Hex follow-up onto GH. GH will pay with his life.
Expensive, though.
Yeah, 2 buybacks coming out. I think, you know, Liquid, they'll look at that. They won't mind that GH went down there. They'll take that, absolutely. Puts them in such a good position having these buybacks now on cooldown for Planet Odd. They get a repeat of this, and indeed, if Matuma Man managed to land his side, get that extra death timer on these big cores like Rezo, the game could pretty much be all but over. Let's see, 25 to 24. I think definitely impressive at least that the Planet Odd are hanging on this well, despite how big Miracle is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We saw Miracle get this lead about 15 minutes ago. It's already looking like this anti-mage was a huge threat. But Liquid haven't been able to end the game. Planet Odd still able to take fights. But
they did have a couple good series of events, though, right?
True.
The trap that they set for Miracle, and then they get the Roche respawns perfectly for them, too. So that gave them a good leeway of, like, maybe like 10 minutes or so, where the anti-mage wasn't alive / unable to, didn't really want to fight outside the base into Aegis.
But definitely, all things said and done, looking at what's on the table, it really does look like it should be Liquid's game.
Yes.
They've got to come out, as you said, with those traps, with those outplays, catch Miracle somehow alone. It's going to be very, very hard to do so. Liquid with so much power on the board at this stage of the game.
Making sure to keep all those lanes pushed out. It's gonna be a war of the split push for the time being, while Moon hides in the trees, awaiting his time to be able to ult and keep lanes forced. But Liquid keeping up on the aggression. They are smoked up. Do we have bots too on anti-mage? We do, so he can TP in onto his teammates to join in.
This could get messy for Odd. Just gonna get caught out on the front of it, Rezo. Rather close at the moment. Mind Control with the Vendetta, ready to try and close the gap, wrapping around. Has eyes on Weeha.
He's got the gem though.
Yeah,
he's out.
Instantly out as soon as he spots the Nyx Assassin in the neighborhood, and that should give the information for the rest of Planet Odd to back away from this movement.
And Moon goes top right away as soon as he sees anybody. He's like, all right, time for the split push.
And that split push certainly going to be coming pretty hefty with that AC pickup. The Rat can be strong from this Nature's Prophet now.
3 very aggressive wards placed by Liquid there during that excursion. Now, it's Odd, trapped in their base for the time being. And the shrine's starting to be claimed by Liquid. Roche looking to respawn in about 2 minutes or so. A little bit of a longer respawn this time around.
Moonshard and a double damage on Miracle. Definitely ready to fight.
Fully maxed out. Does have the heart and Q, can always put stuff into the backpack to swap out for when the BKB is down, etc. But the BKB is still at a healthy 8 seconds.
Just keeping that top lane shoved in. Liquid not wanting to go for any Any too crazy plays whilst that lane is that far out. They know that they can't leave themselves vulnerable to TPing in and forcing them back when they need to try and push as 5. That sort of lineup. Bottom lane, we are kind of getting chased around here. They have 4 members of Liquid, by the looks of it, trying to potentially hunt him down. Keep himself safe.
He wants to get in a deep position so he can try to cut waves. It looks like someone knows what's up though. I think I just saw a ping coming out from, is that from Matu behind them?
Yeah, they're
pinging him. Yeah, they're
now
behind
under the
ground ward.
Yeah, under the obs ward. Can they actually catch him though? That's the question. Blink into the sideline. Ooh!
My goodness, that was so close.
Ooh! Very close indeed. Grabbing him there would have been a pretty insane play. I mean, what's the buyback status? Does he have buyback on the puck?
Yeah, puck does.
He does. Okay. Nonetheless, that could have been massive.
Just trying to keep those lanes shoved out as best as possible. Roche is going to be respawning in about 40 seconds. Weeha's looking to do some ward cleanup with that gem, just running around looking to see if there were any placed anywhere around. He finds one so far. We'll find the secondary one in the mid lane very soon.
A lot of money on Wee. Can go for that Aghanim, so we'll see what he does want to. Nothing queued up at the moment.
Look at that net worth. It's got double the Troll Warlord.
Just anti-mage things. Bottom lane, Miracle actually on the hunt here for Moon. If he gets the Abyssal Blade down, Moon... he's going to be a goner almost. When I say that, with the Shadow Blade, there is no detection. So, not quite getting the bashes that he needed.
Unfortunate location, too. With the trees all around, the illusions aren't able to actually focus fire for him to get enough mana burn for the Mana Void.
Lincoln's now done on Rezo. Something else that Matu has to be careful about playing around. Looking to find that Reaper Scythe kill.
Yeah, the Lincolns are... That's going to be the double Lincolns now, so they have the 2 ways to protect him. Avoid those. No defensive 4-steps, though, this time around on the side of Planet Odd. We've got 1 Glimmer Cape. But other than that, no other saving items.
Roshan up. Liquid prime position to go for it themselves. Planet Odd definitely with the chance to contest. We'll see how much they value testing Roshan over just shoving out the side lanes.
As long as they've got a vision advantage for it, but it looks like Liquid's going to be the one with it this time. They placed the wards down early on. And they are all set up on the left side with their 3 supports, where only 2 sit inside the Roche pit. And yeah, Planet Odd unable to do so to fight anything like this right now. Keeping up the split push. Weeha, 6,000 gold, puts the Aghanims back into the quick buy, approaching that level 25.
The Ags on the puck, and they've definitely got a chance to find that very long duration stun through the BKB. Mind control, trying to spot out Weeha. Weeha, as the Lincoln's popped, Miracle has turned up as well if he can land that Abyssal. He's got a chance of getting the kill, but Weeha turns, holds back the anti-mage with the Yule Scepter. And they're hunting for him, but Weeha will juke them out. And quick blink and TP out. Be safe. The movement and gets back together with the rest of his team towards his base.
Illusion.
All this net worth advantage is on the anti-mage. Actually, well, more than just that, but 11k. And it's surprising because look at the tricores from Planet Odd. You have the Troll Warlord at 23, Furion 22, and Puck at 18. While they have one of the cores on the side of Liquid sitting at 8,000, the Nyx Assassin. But his job is different, because he has the AM on his team. All he is a stun and a disable.
Here we
so
go.
massive.
Matu with the Aegis, ready to shove up high. Misery already brought down to half health. Has to back off and try up. Can Resolution and the boys hold? That's the question. Tier 3 starting to fall. Saxy jumps in with the quick eggs. Control there with the Impale, making sure that Odd don't stick around to commit onto the kill. Goes Shrouds out. To keeping the distance.
They need to do something similar to what Liquid does. As soon as they come up, they need to blow a couple ultimates or something, just blow him, kill him instantly, and then focus him on him right afterwards with the Aegis somehow. But it's very hard versus the side of Liquid with that Earthshaker sitting in the back line to counter-initiate as well as the Rubik.
This poking and prodding attempt from Liquid certainly working out in the sense that they get that tier 3. Will they get any more, though? That's the question. We'll find out after the break. Not going anywhere. We're back in. The pause is already over.
Just a quick freeze for Mikaroki.
Here we go. Next time on Liquid versus Planet Odd. There's the jump in. Reaper's side will land onto Saxon, but in fact, the regen from the Shrine keeps him alive. Miracle's actually getting bashed down. Rezo gets the bashes. That's going to be one down. Look towards Matumba. They take down the edges, jump forward for the Shaker, but immediately the Hex and the Silence forcing him back out. They're still all alive for the time being. Finally, they get a kill onto the Nature's Prophet. But definitely a successful hold for Planet Odd. It's actually, oh, he's buying back. Miracle is not happy. Buyback in return for the Nature's Prophet. They're going all in here, showing their full hand. Liquid committing heavily. Miracle gets silenced up. He's trapped up by the trees. He cannot afford to die back here. But Liquid, with that AM buyback, they want to finish this now.
Bottom tower is dying to double siege creeps too.
I mean, they're going to get the racks with this buyback. The Hex is there. Miracle has to be so careful. Jump in again, with the Silence, so they will get the racks off the back of it.
If they can actually stop some TPs, maybe those catapults can do something, but no. Unable to actually get that chase out. A little bit too afraid still for Planet Odd to go straight out there. But yeah, racks claimed. That was with the Ravage not actually hitting the anti-mage there either. He got the BKB up before, but Rezo just with the complete bash lock on him.
So buying back, claiming the racks, would you say this is worth for the AM?
He has to be very careful of his positioning, that's all. It can be worth it as long as you don't die now. But yeah, definitely worth it just to buy and get a racks like that. Okay. Especially with this team. You get a lot of momentum coming out of it. But yeah, still really has to watch out his positioning. They have to play pretty much around him now exclusively.
Force the buyback out of Moon as well, well in return, so.
Definitely.
Certainly getting a worthy trade for that buyback. The plan now, Axe for Rubik. Big items coming out. We get to these later stages of the game. 53 minutes in, AC. Completed by Miracle. Bloodthorn, done on Moon.
Bloodthorn Moon, Weehaw with the Ags. Weehaw also level 25 with that 420 GPM, so we'll start seeing him skyrocket up on that net worth.
This is the thing that Odd know, if they catch Miracle, they could do it here. Get that 3-1 victory in the Grand Finals here at DreamLeague Season 7.
Bottom racks is exposed. Miracle's making his way in.
Because man, AC in the stash, he's so farmed. Not hold all his items.
Literally 8 slotted. With not like small items, all big items. Here we go. Siege begins. Top lane as well. Planet Odd going for their own siege.
I mean, they are going to lose this Rex, no doubt about it. Liquid taking this with incredible ease, no backing up at all. Planet Odd just looking for a trade. Wards are down, but Liquid are going to have the chance to react. Jumping forward, landing the stun onto the Troll Warlord. Serpent Wards focusing the melee racks. They should at least get the melee in return. The Timmerman turns, Reaper scythes out. There it goes, hammering down onto Rezo. Down for 2 minutes. Miracle committing with a BKB, looking towards Moon. Moon trying to get himself out of there. Puts the trees out around him, turns around with the Silence, but Moon's taken down as well. That'll be a dieback on the Nature's Prophet, out for 100 seconds. The rest of Planet Odd will get themselves back to safety. So they get the racks. Do lose 2 of their cores for it, and of course at the same time Liquid themselves getting the bottom racks in return.
Even with the double Lincolns, there's just too many ways to proc it. They popped both and they were still able to get the Necro Reaper Scythe onto him just because of all the targeted spells they do have. They do get the racks, yeah, but it's now it's 2 racks lead for Liquid.
Prestige trade now at this stage of the game, favoring Liquid, no doubt about it. Planet Odd just struggling to get enough in return. My goodness, are they trying?
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Liquid ready to start to get information.
They want to get that buyback.
Absolutely. They know there's still 50 seconds without no second chance from the Furion.
This could be where they can end the game.
One more kill on the Troll. Plays from Planet Odd.
Yeah,
this could be the end. This could be the lead into the game 5. Liquid can close it here. Jump forward from Miracle. Ready to go in onto the tier 3s. There's the buyback from the Troll. Misery comes in, does get the 4-man Ravage. They've got the Shackle as well. Have they got the damage? No, the E-Blade actually coming out there, buying some time here, but the chain bashes are coming through. There's the Echo though for GH, jumps in, gets the trap onto Rezo. The Glimmer Cape's not enough to get him out of there, and Liquid just move in for more. They take down Misery, there's the Yule setup onto Saxa, Yules upon Yules, but he's still gone. Dagon from a Timmerman, gets the kill, and we're going to a game 5. Liquid taking game 4. The anti-mage too damn strong, Fog.
Anti-Mage too damn strong indeed. Liquid was able to make enough space for him to just get massive. Planet Odd, though, almost getting this game, too. It was very close.
Very admirable performance indeed from the side.
Especially with the, you know, they were making the support Tidehunter look pretty damn solid. But, and also, in that last fight, Matu with that defensive Ethereal Blade, just enough to push that with the Solar Crest plus the 4-step on Anti-Mage, with the Heart and the AC, he's so damn tanky. The Troll Warrior actually isn't able to bring him down during that BKB.
Yeah, that E-Blade purchase at the end. If that wasn't there, maybe they lose Miracle.
They could have lost Miracle.
Maybe these